Well, Judge, one of the things you do in the book, Liars, Leakers, and Liberals, we have the screenshot of the cover on the screen now, and everybody, please go pick this book up. What I liked about it is, it's very readable, even though your legal expertise is obvious, given your former line of work. It's not written in a wonky way. Matter of fact, it lays out almost like a court case for the average person to read this, and you can't come away from this book with any other perception that this is an organized effort by people who just don't like this man to build a case, a political case, I think, against him for impeachment later. It's a terrific read. It's an easy read. I know you're in a rush. You got a busy schedule, but I just want one last question I want to ask you, given that you actually were a judge, unlike the fake legal commentators we see on TV who pretend. A judge, when you go in front of a judge and try to establish probable cause for a warrant, whether it's a FISA warrant, whether it's a search warrant, whatever it may be, I've been trying to explain to my audience that that's a black and white standard. Now, the information is interpreted different ways, but you either have probable cause or you don't. And when you go in front of a judge and the bulk of what you're trying to establish is probable cause, like we had in the FISA affidavit, the bulk of it is salacious and unverified information, according to the FBI director themselves. You as a judge, what do you think happened with the federal judge? Do you think they just took the FBI agents at their word? I'm not trying to throw them under the bus here. I mean it. I'm really asking for your expertise as a former judge. Where do you think the choke point was? What got screwed up here?
What happened here was that you have to understand, there's something called circumstantial evidence. And I've tried a lot of murder cases and a lot of jury trials. You can convict someone of murder based on circumstantial evidence. So let's not kid each other and everybody says they have to see it, they have to see it. All you have to do is put together the dots. But to answer your question directly, when cops came in front of me and they wanted a warrant, I would question them. I don't just sign a warrant willy-nilly. You question them as to what the basis of their application is. If they say, let's give it an easy drug case. I saw John Smith, and he passed a glassine envelope to this one or that one. And, okay, how do you know it was John Smith? How do you know it was in the glassine envelope? How long have you been doing this? What is your experience in drug operations? How can you tell that this was not a stick of gum or as opposed to, white powder? You talk to them. You question them. Any judge who signs a warrant of any kind, especially a FISA warrant, is doing something that is interfering with your Fourth Amendment right. And there's got to be a tipping of the scale in favor of the affiant, in this case, the FBI. And for them to put in a dossier that they don't say is by the opposing candidate of someone running for president of the United States. They don't say the DNC. They don't say Hillary Clinton. They say, a political operative or whatever they say. And the judge doesn't ask, and then the judge keeps reaffirming it every 90 days. This is a cabal, and it's a swamp. And it's the reason that people elected Donald Trump. Instinctively, intuitively, we knew something was wrong in Washington. And when the outsider president came in, the veil came down, and now we've got the evidence. It is clear. It is unmistakable. They abuse the system. And if you read the emails, they say, let's use the cover of a dinner party so that we can get a FISA warrant. The cover of a dinner party? Really? You're going to dance around with a judge like that? Well, of course they did. Because they would not have been able to get additional warrants unless there was additional evidence. You tell me what evidence every 90 days there was for them to do another warrant, to sign another interference of the Fourth Amendment of an individual who isn't even charged with anything, not even a foreign agent. I mean, I could go on and on.